This is about your content resources. In other words, where to find the information that you're going to use for your stories or posts. Many times people say, when they're faced with this big white box, they do not know what to write. Well, one of my first suggestions is to get your about sorted, okay? The more information you've put in here and the more time that you take to get it absolutely spot on, you will then find you have already created an incredible amount of content. And quite simply, you could come along and copy and paste that information into your status update with a nice picture, and that is a piece of content, right? So take the trouble to do that. I highly recommend it. It's well worth it. Another source is something called a Google Alert. Quite straightforward to set up. You can set it for keywords and key phrases to do with your industry. So with regards to Eunice, it could be gemstone jewelry, latest fashion trends in gemstone jewelry, keywords and phrases that you know from your industry leaders that they are likely to be using in an article. Google will then send you a link to that article and you can pop along, have a look and see if there's any information in there that you can use or share on your Facebook page. Another good resource is something called Pocket. While you are browsing the internet, if you see something you would quite like to save to read later, once you've signed up to the account, which is across devices, so you could be looking at something on desktop, save it to your Pocket and read it later on your tablet, you basically get a little toolbar option here. So if I'm visiting a website that I like the look of that article, I click on this and it saves it to my Pocket and I can read it later. Another way of finding cool resources is to use the built-in save tool on Facebook itself, which you'll find here. And the way you put things in there is, for example, click on that arrow and save for later. Or if you see something like here from Facebook, click on that little arrow and save the link. Everything you've saved will then go in this bookmark section and you can come back and read it later. So there are lots of sources of content within your particular subject. It's just knowing where to find them. Have a go with that. Any questions, let me know.